Hi, my name is NOORFARIDA HAMIMI binti AHMAD SAKIR.
Hi, my name is SAHIRA YUSOFF.
Hello everyone. Here are some of the things that we are covering in this video. Dyspraxia. Firstly, introduction about dyspraxia, development, the support system, challenges they face, ways to overcome the challenges, personal opinions, and conclusion. So let's enjoy!
Dyspraxia is known as motor learning difficulties, perceptomotor dysfunction, and developmental coordination disorder (DCD). The terms minimal brain damage and clumsy child syndromes are no longer used. A person with dyspraxia has problems with movement, coordination, judgment, processing, memory, and some other cognitive skills. Dyspraxia also affects the body immune and nervous systems. Dyspraxia, however, does not affect the person's intelligence, although it can cause learning problems in children. A person with dyspraxia finds it difficult to plan what to do and how to do it. Symptoms of dyspraxia. Symptoms tend to vary depending on the age of the individual. Some of the general symptoms of dyspraxia include poor balance, poor posture, fatigue, clumsiness, difference in speech, perception problems, poor hand-eye coordination. As dyspraxia in children, they will face mathematics and writing are difficult, spend a long time getting writing done, does not follow instructions, is badly organized, and also problems in tying shoelace. As dyspraxia in adults, they will face poor posture and fatigue, trouble completing normal call, and difficulty coordinating both sides of the body. And the treatment of dyspraxia, such as speech and language therapy. The speech-language pathologist will conduct an assessment of the child's speech and then implement a treatment plan to help them to communicate more effectively. Also, perceptual motor training. This involves improving the child language, visual, movement, and auditory skills. The individual is set a series of tasks that gradually become more advanced. The aim is to challenge the child so they improve, but not so much that it becomes frustrating or stressful.
Really read my work. It's just so annoying how I'd do my best and nobody could read it, so they just marked it as bad really. I'm really creative in my mind, but I can't put these ideas onto the paper. I don't know why. I'm guessing it's because of dyspraxia, but it's just so annoying because I have all these brilliant ideas of stories that I can write and they'll be really good, but I can't get them onto the page.
It was diagnosed by your primary school teacher initially when you were about 4 years old. She'd noticed that you had some problems in balancing. They have different toys and things that obviously at the primary school, and one of them is a balance bike, and she'd asked me to go to one side after school one morning, and she just said that you might have a problem with dyspraxia.
How does dyspraxia affect me? So dyspraxia is a very quiet disability, and it's one that I don't really recognise that I have, and I don't know if other dyspraxics out there can agree with me on this and let me know in the comments down below. But it's one of the ones that is, very quiet because it affects me in ways that I don't notice. So I find parking really difficult, I fall over a lot more, I will put my purse down and then forget where I've put it and then panic about where it is.
First is the similarities in development based on 3 video documentaries that we have watched. Each of them has the same types of dyspraxia, such as ideational dyspraxia and ideomotor dyspraxia. Ideational dyspraxia will affect the ability to perform coordinated movement in a sequence. Meanwhile, ideomotor dyspraxia will affect organizing single-step tasks. 3 of them face the same major symptoms of dyspraxia, which is problems in balancing and coordination. Ruben, Sam, and Eliza cannot write properly like someone else, problem with holding a pen, and problem in balancing. So, the 3 of them find it really difficult to do their everyday tasks. according to the children's temperament, where temperament is present behavior style and characteristic ways of responding. Despite the fact that they are diagnosed with dyspraxia, but they still continue to get on with their everyday life in a positive mood and are able to adapt well to their new experience in dyspraxia situations. Next, the differences in development is age of diagnosis, which 3 of them were diagnosed at different age. Ruben was diagnosed at the age of 6 years old, Sam at the age of 4 years old, and lastly, Eliza was diagnosed at age of she in university.
Support system is the network of people who interact with the people in terms of practical and emotional support. The similarities based on the 3 videos, each of them were supported by their family in everything they want to do. Children with disabilities need support from people near them the most, such as family. It's enough to help the children going through their daily life. According to Bronfenbrenner ecological theory that focuses on the social context in which people live and the people will influence their development, according to this theory, in the mesosystem linkage between families are very important. As we can see, Ruben, Sam and Eliza get support from their family in every aspect. However, the difference is they have been provided with additional support, such as a special instructor. Ruben's parents hired an instructor to teach him to ride a pony. This is because horse riding is good for dyspraxia. It helps Ruben improve his motor skills like sitting up straight, not slouching, and practicing getting his legs stronger. On the other hand, Sam's family met with specialists for support. Sam went to see a specialist right after he was diagnosed with dyspraxia. They taught him mainly focus on balancing and coordination.
The similarities in challenges they face is the problem they face in managing their everyday tasks. For education, this may include things like writing, drawing, and playing sports. So basically, dyspraxia really affects them. Thus, their handwriting skills are really bad. In some cases, his mother said that she tried so many different pens to help Sam to improve his handwriting, but it does not work well. Furthermore, the problem in academic, which is dyspraxia, does not affect their intelligence and also their creativity at all. But dyspraxia really affects them because they cannot put their idea into a paper. For example, in Ruben's case, he really enjoyed school, but his parents could see he was falling a lot behind his reading and writing. So they decided to take him out of school. According to the Sternberg's hierarchic theory of intelligence in creative that refer to create, design, invent, originate, and imagine, this refers to the who has diagnosed with dyspraxia that do not affect their creativity and ideas at all. It is because they can imagine or think the creative idea but cannot put it on a paper only. Other than that, the differences in challenges they face is a problem in the environment. According to this challenge, in Ruben's case, he had difficulty with his surrounding when he studied at school, where teachers found it difficult to teach a topic to Ruben, who struggled to write due to dyspraxia. So his mom and dad talked about their decision to take Ruben out of school and educate him at home. Bronfenbrenner's ecological theory, which focus on the social context in which people live and the people who influence their development. According to this theory, linkage between family and school is an important mesosystem. Thus, in this Ruben case and also Sam and Eliza shows that they really get support and positive motivation from their family.
Based on the 3 documentaries, the similarities of ways to overcome the challenges is to meet expert or knowledgeable people. Ruben, Sam and Eliza seek help from experts or knowledgeable persons in dyspraxia that help them improve their strength. From there, they are learning their disabilities more and preparing themselves for obstacles in the future. However, they also have different ways to overcome the challenges. As for Sam, he tried to socialize with other people, especially people with dyspraxia. He will ask them about their symptoms, age when they have been diagnosed, and also how they cope with dyspraxia. From this socializing, it will lighten up their problems as they share the same challenges and they are there for each other. This situation can be linked with Erik Erikson's 8 stages of human development, that is intimacy versus isolation. These people will form a positive environment that makes them feel like they are the same as a normal person and they will have a close relationship with others. Last but not least, the other ways to overcome the challenges is by using medicine. ELIZA used medicine to overcome dyspraxia. She is always stressed and has panic attacks, but with medication that will ease her a lot. Therefore, she always brings her medication everywhere she goes.
As we know, there is no cure for dyspraxia. So in my opinion, with the right therapies, people with dyspraxia can learn to manage symptoms and improve their abilities. It is because it is different for everybody. Treatment must be tailored to individuals' needs. For example, of healthcare professional that can work with or physical therapists, behavior analysis, and also psychologists.
As for my opinion, dyspraxia deserves more recognition as it can be serious. Imagine you are a healthy adult with a good university degree but struggle to pour a drink without spilling it, and you can't remember what you have just been told clearly. People with dyspraxia tend to hide their weakness. If these disabilities are recognized by other people, they will know and learn about dyspraxia and tend to help people with those so that they do not feel isolated.
In conclusion, people around the world need to understand clearly about dyspraxia in terms of definition, symptoms, and ways to handle it. Furthermore, parents must be alert about their children's behavior development. Parents also need to give support and motivation on what they are interested in. Other than that, for school, they need to understand and help them in their academics. My friend and I really agree that nowadays people with dyspraxia can be more open with their condition, like they said, dyspraxia disability but with a different ability than normal people have.